Israel's Supreme Court is hearing arguments this Thursday against a law that limits the conditions under which a prime minister can be removed from office. It's just the latest showdown among Israel's branches of government, which includes a controversial plan to overhaul the courts. Critics have challenged the law, saying it's a way for the current PM, Benjamin Netanyahu, to stay in power as he faces a long-running corruption trial. Supporters say the law is meant to safeguard any democratically elected leader from being wrongfully ousted. And for more, let's cross to our correspondent in Jerusalem, Iris Mackler. So, Iris, the court's hearing arguments today. What are the main issues that they're considering?
It's the High Court again. It wasn't so long ago that you and I were having this discussion about a different challenge to a different law. So it is a showdown, you're right. So once again, on one side, there's the government. On the other side, there's the court. And the Attorney General, who's part of the government but is also independent, isn't on the government side. She says that if this law, which would sets the terms that a Prime Minister can be incapacitated, can be removed from office, she says it's just designed specifically for Benjamin Netanyahu, and that's not allowed under Israeli law. So if you're going to pass this law, let's make it later. Let's make it in the next parliament or the one after that. And the government and Benjamin Netanyahu oppose that, and that's why we're back in this same situation, another chip in part of this legal overhaul issue that has dominated the last 9 months of this government and actually everybody in this country.
Well, what do you make of that argument, Iris, that this is all revolving around Benjamin Netanyahu once again?
It is revolving around Benjamin Netanyahu because it was passed specifically after he feared that he might be removed from office. In order for him to be Prime Minister while these reforms were ongoing, he signed an agreement that said he wouldn't be involved. And then things became so extreme here that he actually made a statement and said, that's it, I'm going back in, you can't keep me out of this issue. And there was a challenge that said, well, that's a breach of your agreement. And after that, the parliament passed this law. So everything goes back to Benjamin Netanyahu being on trial and trying to shepherd through these extraordinary changes to Israel's legal system, which many here believe actually will change the democracy, the structure here, the balance of powers, all of that while he's on trial. And really, it has dominated politics here, almost to the exclusion of all else. And I think it all does go back to Benjamin Netanyahu, yes.